Hello, everybody. My name's Litt. I'm the music director at KCRW. Welcome to my backyard. Here's Gabriels.
Last few years that I have seen, walking dead all around me. Silent fears, neatly folded dreams, catacombs, plexi surrounding, catacombs, plexi surrounding. Even in the valley, the rod and staff they comfort me. It's rushing through my moving faster than a hurricane, moving faster than a hurricane. We lost it in the fight, love and hate at a different time. We lost it in the fight, baby. What I did to make you mine, what I did to make you mine. Rapture comes, the angels sing. Neon signs above integrity. See the judge, but where's the jury? Promise screams, whisper silently. Promise screams, whisper silently. Even in the valley, children smiling through the misery. Diamond tears hide the casualty. Grace and mercy, do you follow me? Grace and mercy, can you hear me? Lost it in the fire. Yes, we did. Love and hate at a different time. Ooh, yeah. Lost it in the fire. What I did to make you mine. Hey! What I did. Hands up, let's go. What I did to make you mine. We lost it in the fight. Love and hate at a different time. We lost it in the fight. What I did to make you mine. What I did to make you mine.
Hi, I'm Litt. So happy to have you here today with Gabriels. And Travis Holcombe, KCRW DJ and host of Freaks Only, is here with me too.
All right, so I'm here with Ryan Hope, Ari Baluzian, and Jacob Lusk, who are with Gabriels. Thank you guys so much, first of all, for being here. That was incredible. I saw you last night as well and was just, felt like I was levitating at certain moments. Can we start just with the beginning of how this band formed? It wasn't, you guys just started putting out music. You put out your first EP last year, but this has been going on for a little while, right?
Yeah. Ari and I have been working together in film for 10 years. I met Ari as a composer, and we basically started working on music for film together. And we were working on a project when I met Jacob in a casting, and I followed him outside, asked him for his phone number.
And Jacob, I understand you were initially hesitant about joining a group, right?
Well, we were just friends making music. So it wasn't really a group. It was just friends making music. And then it turned into that, which is probably better that way. Cause there's not this, I'm the lead and like he's in charge. There's none of that. It's really beautiful. It kind of just happened, to be honest. Said what I said, it don't matter.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were working as a choir director.
I was working as a choir director. I was teaching the children. I was still doing gigs at the time. I was doing anything that would give me a check. Hello? No, no, I love God. So I mean, I enjoyed it as well. But it was, I was doing a whole lot.
Were you? Did you grow up listening to church music mostly?
Yes, I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music really. So it was nothing but gospel. Like I didn't even know Motown stuff really. So it was gospel and like jazz. So I could listen to jazz because that's safe. That's clean. It's jazz. But other than that,
how did your parents keep you away from secular music? Aren't you just surrounded by it in life?
Now, in high school, I definitely was getting crunk to the window, to the wall. That definitely happened. But prior to that, it was kind of this, and I'm kind of glad for how I was brought up. A lot of people like hate being brought up in these really restrictive environments. But for me, it kind of taught me that it was okay to be different and that I didn't have to go with the crowd. And so I didn't really have this strong urge to do it. When I met Beyonce, I did. However, I didn't meet her in person. Hello. I met her on TV, okay? It was Crazy in Love. She did that turn and she did the thing and that's it. I was sold, okay? Okay, I'm going to tell this secret, okay? Don't tell nobody. When Baby Boy came out, Baby Boy, you stay on my mind. I learned the whole choreography and I was in my grandmother's living room on the floor doing the tumbles. My grandma came in the house one day and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm just doing the tumbles. Don't worry about it, Grandma, I'm fine." But prior to that, I was okay with it, to be honest. I didn't, because there's a calm that's in kind of spiritual music that kind of keeps you chill. And even sometimes I'll go on these cleanses where I don't listen to other music because just a lot of the music, like somebody was playing a song and it was like, "You about to die," or "I'm about to die." And I was like, "No, I'm not. Nobody's dying. I don't want anybody to die." So you have to be mindful of what you digest. And so I looked at it as that as a young person, not as I was being restricted from anything. Cardi Bay, man, two planets spinning round the moon. Roses are red, these violets are blue.
And you were gonna go into opera at one point, right?
For about 6 months, yeah. For real. I took a voice class and I had done like chamber music in high school and stuff. And then I had a vocal teacher. Her name was Miss Sweeney. I was at West LA College. She was like, "You were born to sing." And I was like, "Okay, woman again." So I started kind of doing the classical stuff. She gave me one-on-one coaching. I got another coach. There's a school called the Curtis Institute in Philly, which is scholarship only. So I was just like, "Oh, effing, I'm going to go down that path. That's great. I'm going to make good money. I'm going to have a degree and I'm going to sing. What's better than that?" And then I met Nate Dogg, and he took me to the streets. No, he didn't take me to the streets, but he didn't take me to the streets. But I met Nate Dogg, and I started working with him. I actually dropped out of college, and not because of him, but it was just for the first time I met someone who was actively working in the industry, and he wrote a lot of records for other artists. So now I'm writing with him, I'm recording with him, and so I was like, "Oh, this can really be a full-time thing," and that was kind of the transition out of it, to be honest.
Can we talk the new EP, Bloodline, out today? You're Jacob on the cover of this new record. Can you talk a little bit about the artwork that you guys chose?
So I hate taking pictures. Can I just be honest? I do not like taking pictures. I do not like being on video, which is the complete opposite of what we do, right? But the bloodline thing is this concept of like a lot of times where we come from and things that have happened in our past can sometimes hinder us for the rest of our lives because you're from a certain place. You can't do this because your mom or dad did this and you have to do this. Or even like alcoholism, gambling. There's all these things that I'm cursed and all these other things. And I think the EP is really to even Bloodline. I messed up the lyric today, but the last line is "Don't let it destroy you." Like, you don't have to go down that path.
you can be better than your situation. You can be better than your circumstances. You're not, even the things that you've done in your past, the things I've done in my past, and I done some stuff, we all done did some stuff, it doesn't control or mandate what happens with the rest of my life. And that's kind of that's where Bloodline kind of came from. And even just seeing our parents and what they went through, it really should be a motivation. And it is for all of us. Like for us, our parents worked their fingers to the bone so that we could have better opportunities and better things. And everyone doesn't come from that circumstance, but no matter the circumstance, you definitely can be better and greater.
Bloodline, this thing came before you. Bloodline. Silver linings live in clouds, just like demons use the clowns. Birthrights can bestow. Truth is you are always alone. Tears in your hands, seems you've lost before you began. Your ancestors' blood fed the soil and the sand.
Now that you guys are out in the world again, everything's opening up, and I'm sure a lot of people have reached out to you. Has there been anyone that has reached out that sort of left you starstruck? That like, oh my God, they know who Gabriels are?
For me, I will be honest, it's really the people. It's not even like the big names. It's like when we went to the UK, like our souls were shelling out in minutes. And it was just like, wait, what? Like, you know who we are? And like, just that's been the most. And like being at the shows and seeing people sing along. We were in Brussels. We were in not Amsterdam. We were in Utrecht. I'm not saying it right. Utrecht, and it's not really an English speaking crowd. I'm like on the front row singing every word, and that was just like, whoa! You know all the words to these songs. Well, the ones that were out. It's just like, wow, like that's for me has been the biggest joy. Like I'm so grateful for Elton John. Please understand that, but to have like the normal, like the everyday person spend their money, like their hard-earned money that, they're taking money from their grocery money, their whatever money to buy a ticket, that's been the most big thing for me.
I can tell that Ryan and Ari, you guys just are in awe sometimes of Jacob. You didn't see me yesterday, but I was right under you when you guys were performing over at Masonic Lodge. And there was a couple times when there were like audible guffaws that I heard out of your mouth.
Yeah.
When Jacob would just like go off at certain points. And it's just sort of, you're feeling what we're all feeling in the audience.
Absolutely.
And it's,
Yeah, like every night, pretty much. We feel that it's always different. And it's just, I get emotional like every night just hearing it playing.
I think everyone mutually within our sort of wider family gets that thing out of this. Where they're actually just coming, like not in their normal comfort zone or not in their normal circle or whatever. And everyone just really kicks back and enjoys it. It's where you can just like be yourself a little bit actually and not have to worry about what you say too much, not really give a fuck and just learn some stuff, and enjoy it. And so that's and I think that freedom is what enables like Jacob, Ari and myself to just enjoy it, and if you're enjoying it, then everybody else does. That's what I tend to find. Be horrible if you didn't enjoy it, wouldn't it?
well, I want to thank you guys so much for coming to KCRW in Anne's backyard.
Thank you, honestly, Anne. Thanks so much for having us. And this is a really cool thing that you do. It's really important that shit like this happens, actually. So, especially having everyone in your house, it's pretty amazing. I was like when we came in, I'm like, whoa, we're actually in your house. I was like, wow. All right, cool. Here we go.
Listen, I don't let people in my bed. Hold on.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Travis. Thanks
Appreciate
so
you.
much. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Call it, babe. Can we do that again? I'm sorry. I got distracted. Can we just talk about that Capitol Records building is like right there? Can we just pause for a moment and talk about this view? I got distracted. I'm sorry. Sorry, I got distracted, y'all.